Hello, how are you? My name is Dr. Louis Arriza, and I'm sitting here with my lovely wife, Evelia.
Hi, Happy New Year. We are so happy to join you today. We're going to be teaching you our 24-hour rule.
I want you to take a really deep breath, and I want you to realize that whatever it is that you want this year can be possible for you. I do want you to explain that many times people get into this company or get into the industry of network marketing and they really don't know what to do. They don't know how to start. They don't know where to begin. What we're going to do today is give you a few simple systems to really kick off 2016. We're going to give you some systems that you can apply today and you're going to see a result immediately. And we're going to start off with what we do in our culture, and this is what we do to everybody that joins. We put them through something that's called the 24-hour rule.
Yes, so we call it the 24-hour rule because within 24 hours that you sign up a distributor or a customer, you want to make sure that you do this. Now, us in Team Spartan, we are business builders, and so we attract business builders, and we assume that everyone wants to build a business until they tell us otherwise. So step number one for us is always getting someone's why. Getting the why is the most important thing you could ever do, because whether someone says that they join longevity, they purchase a products from you because they want to just get healthy, or that they want to do the business. Knowing why it is they want to get healthy, knowing why it is that they want to do the business is super important. And it's never just like, oh, I want to live longer. So there's a reason that those people want to live longer. Get to know how many people are in their family, what's important to them, what's going to move them, because there's going to come a time where you are going to need to encourage them. And knowing their why is what's going to allow you to help them get what they're looking for when they come to longevity.
Excellent. Remember, we don't sell products, we build people. Products is a way that we connect with people, but our main intention is to inspire, to lift, and to help people become healthy, maybe change their financial position, maybe help them to connect more with the family, and it begins with the why. So the second step is very easy. The second step is you have to make a list of at least 100 names and numbers. Now, when I tell you you have to make a list of 100 names and numbers, we made a list of 200 names and numbers. The first time we ever got involved with network marketing, we made that list and we worked that list every single day. Now, the majority of the people are going to say no. The law of average says 20% says yes, 20% says no. The 60% depends upon your skill, your ability, and your attitude. So as long as you have the right attitude, you're going to work that list and work that list and work that list. Making a list, it's more than just building your business. But as you are working that list, you're also thinking of your upline. You're also thinking of your opportunity. And for some of you, you're also dreaming again. So many people have lost their dreams. So many people have lost their focus. So many of us have lost our vision. Jim Rohn says it, and he says it so perfectly. If you only work, you create a living. But if you truly, truly start living your life, you can manifest the fortune. And we want you to do this. So step number one is make sure you get the why. Step number two is make sure you write out that list and you write it out immediately. You go through 100 names and numbers. It's not enough to just think about it. It's not enough to just say it's on my phone, so I have the name. No, you have to physically, something magical happens when you put pen to a paper. Write out those 100 names, and then you're going to qualify those names. You're going to ask yourself, which people can I really depend upon? Out of 100 names, you may have 10 to 15 that you can really depend upon, and those are what we call the A's. Out of those A's, now ask yourself another qualifying question. Are they in need of health? Are they in need of a better source of income? Or are they in need of time? So once you have those 15 and you know their why, like Eveli had just said, you know their why, now you're going to invite them. And you're going to invite them wholeheartedly. You're going to really ask them to join you this year to make it a better year, a stronger year, a more prosperous year, and a healthier year. So your invitation has to really come from your heart, not from your head. It's not really about you, but it's really about serving people. So step number one is get their why. Step number two is make a list of at least 100 names and numbers, and you do this within 24 hours. And the third step?
Yes, and just to add on, the list is super important because in network marketing, that list becomes your business plan.
Absolutely.
Like in a traditional business, you establish a business plan. Well, in network marketing, that is your business plan,
yes,
because those 100 names are your business partners, they're your strategy, they're what you're going to refer to all the time. So it's super important.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Step number 3 is you set a plan, right?
Yes.
You now that you have someone that has joined you either as a customer or as someone that's joining your team to build a business, now you have to help them set a goal. And to to reach that goal. And so for us in Team Spartan, what we do is our standard is that in the first week you become an executive marketing director. And what does that mean in longevity? That means you get 3 people. Right, you have 3 people do the same thing that you did, and in turn, what that does too is that that person that you just brought in gets their money back,
Exactly.
and so now they're happy, and now they see you, and so and then if they want to take it a step further, which in Team Spartan we always assume people want to go a step further.
Why not?
Then you become senior executive marketing director in 30 days.
Yes.
So in our culture, it
Yes.
takes no more than 30 days to become a senior executive marketing director, and you help them establish that plan also.
It's really important for you to understand this. What you're creating in your group, you're creating a culture, right? And within your culture, all cultures, doesn't matter what kind of culture it is, doesn't matter if it's an ethnic culture, doesn't matter if it's a political culture, doesn't matter if it's a sports culture, all cultures are based upon 2 things, your beliefs and your values. So when people come into the culture of the Spartans, we help them to believe certain things, and we teach them a certain way of thinking. We teach them a new philosophy, and once they adopt that new philosophy, then becoming an executive marketing director in 7 days is really simple.
It's simple. It's what they expect. They don't know any different.
Exactly.
Remember, they don't know any
Yes.
different. So they're going to adapt themselves to whatever you say is normal.
And becoming a senior executive in 30 days, it's very, very possible. Actually, most of the people do it. And I know you may be sitting there listening to this or watching this video thinking, gosh, but I've been in this game for 6 months or a year or 2 years and I'm not there. It's just changing your philosophy. It's just learning the system. Once you learn the system, remember, people fail and systems work. You are one system away from having your best year ever. So once you do the 24-hour rule, then we move into the invitation process.
Right, because then people are like, okay, I got that. So now how do I tell someone about longevity?
Exactly.
Right, which is the next step. And so step number 1, there's 6 steps to invitation. And the first step, really, not just in their marketing, but in life, is connection. You want to make sure that you connect with the person that's in front of you.
Absolutely.
Okay? If it's someone at Starbucks, you're not going to start talking about your product and longevity and how fabulous it is and 90 for life and Dr. Wallach and he saved the white rhinos and like this whole ingredient list of BTT, because that person it's going to go right over their head. You're just going to become this pitchy salesperson and you're going to lose them. What you do is you form connection. And so how do you do that with someone that's just a Starbucks that you don't know? Well, you look at what they ordered. You look at some commonality and you start a conversation like, hey, I love, that skinny latte too, right? And so, which I don't, and so then you start having a conversation and you lead into it normally.
Beautiful.
Don't try to be something that you're not.
Yes,
Authenticity is the number one valuable thing in your business. Okay,
Yes.
it's something that you don't have to buy. It's something that's already in you, and you genuinely connect. If you do not love people, if you are uncomfortable with establishing relationships, that this is the wrong industry for you, then
Amen
just
to
save
that.
your heartache and just leave now.
Absolutely.
Don't even finish watching this video.
Yes.
But if you love people and you know that and you want to bless people and make a difference in this world, then you are in the right industry. And so connection is utmost of importance. It's step
Connection
number 1.
is the most important thing.
Yes.
Just 2 points of connection. Seek to understand before being understood. And don't give people what you have. Find out what they need. And if you do that, the connection will be established.
Yes.
So once the connection is established, of course, the second most obvious step is you got to extract their why. People will do more for their why than anything else. And most people, I want you to really pay attention to this, most people have lost their why. Most people are just getting through life and they have stopped getting from life. So you want to really pay attention. And how do you get their why? You attack and confess. Most people are never going to tell you that they're out of a job. Most people aren't going to tell you that they're diabetic. Most people aren't going to tell you that they haven't taken a vacation in 4 or 5 years. Most people aren't going to tell you that they haven't talked to their kids in 10 years. So you attack and confess. You tell them your story. And I want you to understand something. You have a story. And the minute that you begin to share your story, so will other people. The minute that you begin, and my wife said it's so perfect, the minute that you become authentic, they will reciprocate that authenticity back. So step number 1 is connect. Step number 2 is extract their why. Step number 3?
Step number 3 is emotionalize the
Amen.
why. And what we mean by emotionalize the whys is as humans beings, it's like we didn't make this up. This is just psychology 101. As human beings, you cannot emote and be logical simultaneously.
Right.
So if we're emotional, we're not logical. If we're logical, we're not emotional. And so we want to emotionalize that person's why, because many times I know that when you're trying to do something, like for me, I'm not adventurous by nature, and so I have to.
You're getting better.
I'm getting better, yeah. I have to really get emotional to want to jump off that cliff or to want to snowboard, because just innately I don't want to do those things. And so it's the same thing. People have lost their connection to the greatness,
Yes.
and they're just so out of tune with themselves that we can't even get them to open up to the possibility of what God has for them. And so emotionalizing their why and kind of digging in respectfully and gently is what we have to do.
Absolutely. So you gotta want to connect. You want to get their why. You want to emotionalize their why. And the fourth part is probably the most important part in all of this industry, in everything that we call network marketing. And the fourth key is you edify, you edify, you edify. Listen, you can't build a business by yourself. You can't build a culture by yourself. If you don't have other people, you don't have a team. So you must lift other people, lift the presence of your upline, lift the presence of an authority, lift the presence of the top producer. Become a master edifier. The only reason why people don't edify heart from their heart is because they feel that they'll be less than if they edify. It's actually contrary. The greatest people that have walked this earth have been the greatest edifiers. So step number 1, connect. Step number 2, get the why. Step number 3, emotionalize it. Step number 4, edify, edify, edify. Raise the value and raise the presence of the person that's going to do the presentation, of the person who's going to do the one-on-one, or of your upline. And step number 5?
Is set the appointment.
Yes.
And so you want to set the appointment, and in setting the appointment, as human beings, we like to think that we're in control of everything we do. So when you ask someone to meet with you or go to a presentation or come to a home meeting, you want to ask them, and you already in your head know when you're available, right? Or if you're bringing them to your upline, you already know when your upline is available. So you're going to ask them, so Louis, would Monday or Tuesday be better for you? Tuesday. Would 3 or 4 o'clock be better for you?
4.
See, so I'm already knowing that Tuesday afternoon is a time slot that I have to see this person, but I'm allowing Louis to think in the back of his mind that he is making the decision to meet me. So he feels more in control, and naturally he's going to feel more comfortable, and I'm going to have a higher chance of him showing up. And so the last step is,
Honey, you are good.
No,
You are
thank
good. So the last step is the easiest step, but it is incredibly important. Once you have the appointment, you want to cement the appointment. So if all they say is, "Oh yeah, Tuesday at 6 sounds good," and you stop right there, the probability is that they're not going to show up. So you want to lean on the relationship. So let me give you an example. So you're going to say something like, "Okay, Michelle, we're going to pick you up on Tuesday at 6:30." Fair enough? Yes. Now I want you to know something. I'm going to call the individual that's going to do the presentation. This individual is incredibly busy. He's incredibly influential, and this person has changed my life. If you don't show up, it may be okay for you, but it can hurt the relationship between me and this individual. And I can't afford this because he has made a commitment to help me realize my goals. So at 6:30, you will be ready, won't you? And you're going to get a nod. Now you have cemented the appointment. So, my friends, if you follow these systems, we can't tell you that it's going to be 100%, but we can tell you that it's going to put you on the right path. We're going to tell you that you're going to have an idea of what to do. You're going to have a strategy. When your vision is going to be much more clear of what you want and how you're going to get it.
Yes, so thank you for tuning in. There's other amazing videos that you could watch to remember that you need to follow a system. Hello, McDonald's is living proof that systems outproduce everything else. And at the end of the day, it's not your upline, it's not your sideline. You know our story. I don't have to tell you. We're speaking really fast because we're getting countdowns here. But it's you, okay?
Yes.
And you have to understand that you were created for something bigger than yourself, and that this is an amazing platform, and that there's no industry better to help you reach your dreams and have everything you want for you and your family than here in Longevity.
Amen. We pray that God blesses you this year. Remember, when the promise is clear, the price is easy. Make your promise. Stay focused, pay the price, and experience greatness. God bless you all.
We love you.